Hey everyone, it's Kat
and Amber.
We're Wandering Soup, and you are.
What's up, Wanderers?
Peace. Yeah, y'all. It's been a week or two since we've been on the YouTube posting about life in Merida, Mexico, and yeah, we've moved. As you can see,
we did it, y'all.
We moved. We are in our new home.
Yes.
In our new unfurnished home, which we had to furnish, and it has been a journey.
Especially because we're not actually done with the furnishing, but Are you ever really done?
Never. Never. And that is the problem. Let me get comfortable here. Whew, this pillow is in my booty. So we have moved into our new home, and as you can see, we are filming in a new locale. That's for a lot of reasons. The main one being we don't have a couch.
Ta-da! One of the furnishings that are missing, but that's okay though.
Right.
We got plenty of outside space to sit on. Got a couple of office chairs. We're good.
Sort of. Yeah, we in the bed. We chilling. We got cable TV. Well, we got TV. We got cable.
Our fire stick's a little iffy right now, but y'all ain't got any extra fire sticks out there. Send them this way.
But yeah, we've been doing good. Last week we were just busy trying to get settled in, handle issues. So when you move into a home in Merida, Mexico, there's always going to be an issue. I don't know what your issue is going to be, but ours happened to be hot water or lack thereof.
Right.
So the hot water tank that they had installed, it was very windy where we live, and it's an old school style. Where the pilot light flames up and stuff like that, and that went kaput. And because it's so windy, even if you relight it 5 minutes later, it's going to be out again. So the homeowner, our landlord, decided to install an electric one. That took a few days to get here. No hot water. And then once it got here, it didn't work.
Right.
Again, no more hot water. And we were actually in a cold snap.
Yeah. It's been chilly. Because normally, you can take cold showers sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When there's a need for it. And it's hot enough here that a lot of people are used to taking cold showers. So it isn't something that you have to fight about usually. But we happened to move in when it was actually getting chilly in Merida.
It was in the 60s at night, which is unusual. And the water tanks generally are on top of the roof, and so the sun warms up the water, so you really don't take cold showers. It's generally cool to even warm, right? Depending on a hot day. 100 plus day, it could be a warm shower. But we like hot showers, because that's what we used to. So anyway, so that was about 4 or 5 days without a hot shower. We live and we learn. And we've had water issues at 2 of the other homes that we lived in here. The third one was perfect. Hot showers every day, no issues. But the first 2, water was interesting.
And mind you, the owner, it was great. So where we moved into a new construction, and the owners are very proud of what they've built and want to make sure that everything in here is working fine. So they actually did come and do all those things without any cost to us up front. So that's awesome. And that's not always the case.
Right. Some homes you move into, and when you move in, it's yours. Whatever happens, whatever breaks is on you. But with our contractor, when we moved in here, we had a 60-day period where they were going to handle anything. And if we would point out anything, we actually didn't move in for almost 30 days. So we only got 30 days left to really do that. But they've been very proactive. We haven't had any issues. Text them real quick. They come and they fix it. So, no, we're good.
Yeah.
We're just looking for a pool person, because we got a pool, which we don't really use, but we want to maintain it.
Right.
And we have a lot of bamboo in our yard. And bamboo is like a crack. You got a little water.
Yeah, it's growing like crazy out there. And we've had a good amount of rain recently too, so you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
But it's lovely. Where we moved also is out of, so we were in the middle of Centro, in the middle of everything happening in the city, and now we've moved further out.
We're in the Norte.
Yes, which is different, but not necessarily in a bad way. We actually can appreciate the being further out, a little bit more quiet, less traffic in general, less foot traffic. So I think we can appreciate it more because we've experienced the other as well. So that helps. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, where we are, it's not as easy to get, say, like a ride. Especially with like Uber, it's funny. But just in general, like it's not, you have to go a little bit further, take a couple more steps to make sure you get a ride, sometimes leaving from out here, because it's just not as many drivers in the area all day long. But it's certainly doable. We've had to do it because we don't have a car now, so we've had to do the ride sharing apps. So it's worked out.
Yeah. We rented a car for about 3 months. That was just to help us get to move, go shopping and things like that. And we're debating on getting another car for a month or two just to finish up everything in the house. Because, you know, you want to decorate. You want to drive around, get the best deals, and find the prettiest things to put in the home. We don't have too much in here right now. Like I said, no couch. It'll be here next week, I think.
Yes.
Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. You know, they said next week, but you...
And that's the thing here too with furnishings. If you're coming from outside of Mexico, sometimes you may be looking for something that isn't, say, on the showroom floor. It isn't necessarily in the furniture stores that you see here. And you may want something different just because you might want something more to your taste, and they may not have a lot of that in the furniture store. So there's different options for that. We ended up finding something that worked for us. We just had to wait for it because they had to, you know, ship it in basically.
Like you do in America. I mean, you have to ship furniture.
That's true. But there's also the option of getting something made, because we considered that. There's plenty of options for that if you want to go that route. So yeah, there's just different things
that you can do. It's all up to you. As options and things like that. But we've been doing good. I mean, we're settling in. We have a Ring camera on the front door. We're debating on putting one in the back because this home is not attached to other homes. Generally in Merida, a lot of homes are generally, you know, they share a wall. This is the first one we've been in that we haven't shared a wall, which is interesting. And I miss it. I miss the shared wall. It's actually a sound buffer, a wind buffer. To a certain extent as well, but we like the area. It's quiet. We're only about 5 minutes from 2 major malls, maybe 5 to 10 minutes max. Can't find an ATM close to the other neighborhood. No coffee shops within walking distance, but that's okay. That's okay. We like the home, we like the space. Our son loves it. I really can't complain, except no hot water for a few days. I mean, you can still bathe. You know, let's not think you don't need to bathe because you ain't got no hot water.
We're not using that as an excuse. No excuse.
No musty bears in the house. We bathe around. But yeah, so we're just adapting. We're learning that, in our old neighborhood, you could walk to the nearest store real quick if we ran out of supplies for something I was cooking for dinner, if I needed something real quick. Here, if we ain't got it, we ain't got it.
I mean, we can't walk like we used to. Now, there is a store within a couple miles, 2, maybe 3 miles, but you wouldn't want to take a car. So it would be a matter of getting a ride to get there. So that's the difference. That difference may not matter to you, but then again, it might. So it's just something to, and I thought it would matter more to me before I moved in, because I do like to walk, but I realized that it's actually less of an issue than I thought, especially when you like where you are, when you like the house. It makes a difference. So you have to balance everything out.
Yeah, I mean, we're balancing it out. Rappi still delivers out here, so you can get food. That's not an issue. Restaurants change, of course, depending on where you're at in the city. And that's been interesting because we get to try new restaurants. We actually lived in this general vicinity when we first moved here. Our first month, we were in Francisco de Montejo, which is only about 15 minutes from where we're at now, maybe 10. So some of the restaurants we've seen, there's some new ones open back up again. So it's been a culinary adventure. I've been cooking a lot more because we like what I cook, so we've been doing that. We grocery shopping. We're trying to budget. We're trying to do things different.
Trying to be right in 2022, y'all. Right. Trying to live righteous.
Right. It's hard. It's hard out here because we quick to and they borrow your money.
It is hard.
Right.
Oh, that's another thing. Amazon. So yeah, so we are, we shop. We can shop when when we feel like it. We can, but we have not since we've been here, and we probably will do so less.
Right.
Because we don't have the same ease of getting packages that we used to. We still can. I mean, there's Amazon lockers, and we know where it is, so we can, when we get ready to place an order, we can do that. Right. But it's just not. It's not the the quick and easy. Oh, just go to the door and somebody hands me a package. It's not that. So
only because our street address is new.
Yes.
So we're in a new home on a new street. Basically, the city's expanding. Not Merida per se, but neighborhoods. You know how they build little small subdivisions around a city. This is what's happening where we live at. Mm-hmm. So we don't. Our street address, if you put it in, nothing pops up. But I can get you here. Don't get me wrong. But because you can do a pin drop and get a location. Mm-hmm. But the actual street address that we use for mail, which we don't use for mail, but for anything, it ain't gonna pop up.
Right. So we would have to use a locker or something like that, which is doable. People do it all the time, but it helps us because we're not as quick on the draw to order, which is a good thing for us.
Plus, it costs so much money to move into this home, y'all.
Oh well,
thousands, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. I want anybody who's moving here who's thinking about unfurnished. If you're not going to be here but 6 months, do not do unfurnished. Doing unfurnished for 6 months or less is stupid. It really is just pure stupidio. Mm-hmm. You got first month, last month, a deposit, paying the notary fee or the lawyer fee, all that, and then you have to go out and buy furniture.
Right.
What are you gonna do with that furniture at the end of that 6 months? It's got to go somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. There's no need. You're gonna try to sell it on a marketplace, get some of your money back. Somebody's gonna buy it. Somebody's not gonna buy it. You're gonna be stuck with it. You got to get rid of it. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of your time going trying to find furniture. The quality of furniture here is hit and miss. It's a lot more miss than hit. And if you want the hit's gonna cost you.
Right.
A good quality piece of furniture or a couch even is for a decent sized couch is a G or above. I mean, easily $1,000 or above for a decent couch. And that's, if you can deliver that day, may or may not, and you're going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? The styles may not be to your liking, but you do what you gotta do because you just signed a lease for 6 months in an unfurnished apartment, so you gotta get a couch in there.
Right. You
gotta get a bed. We had our bed frames made. Thanks, shout out to Dana for supplying us with the carpenter who made our bed.
Yes.
We had 3 of them made because we got our son, and then the other kids come through, so we had to have for the guest bedroom. Then you got mattresses, and then you got to get sheets and pillowcases and pillows.
Right, but if you really if you are going to be here only 6 months or a year most, and you just really want your own bed or your own couch, just know that there may be still other options. Like when you go to look at the furnished places or whatever, when you go to look, just ask, can I bring in my own bed? Can I bring in my own couch? Sometimes they'll say yes. Sometimes they have multiple properties and they may easily be able to take something out if you want to move something in. So it never hurts to ask. That way you don't have to totally, go into the unfurnished realm when you don't really need to. All you wanted was your own couch. You may be able to
don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not as easy. Okay, you can go buy a mattress. Don't get me wrong. You can buy a mattress anywhere. But a quality mattress is going to cost you.
But I'm saying some people are willing, they really want that.
Okay, and you can do it.
You could
I just think there's better uses of your money. But that's on you.
Right.
If it don't bother you and your pocketbook or your wallet says fly, baby, fly. Mine don't say that. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. So
and the people with the furnished place, if you do put your own mattress in there, then whatever it is, they may be fine with it because they're hoping you're gonna leave it. So they may really not care. Oh sure, put a new nice mattress in there, right. And then if you're leaving the country anyway after that, then they'll happily keep it. So
right.
That's
Right. Remember, one of the things about Mexico, anything you put into a home you can take out. Mm-hmm. If you put a sink in a home, you can take that sink out when you leave. You put an air conditioning unit in a home, you can take it out when you leave. That's the beauty of it all. Yeah.
Right. We don't want to go through all that, right. But it's there.
Right. So we did the unfurnished route, and it's been an eye opener for us. We've been teaching you and telling and showing our life here in Merida, and it's been interesting. This was a wake up call for me.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was going to be a little bit easier,
right?
And it wasn't. And I thought maybe it wouldn't be as expensive as it was. But and we're not even through. Because we have to buy plates and cups. And the little stuff you don't even think about. Go for the unfurnished. I see a lot of people on Facebook who are asking in the groups, we're only going to be here for 40 days, 30 days, 60 days. Where can I find an apartment? Airbnb, baby. I'm sorry. You can maybe find one in the marketplace for that short amount of time, but most people are not looking to rent to you for 30 days unless it's a company and they're hosting a whole bunch of properties, which they probably already got on Airbnb as well.
Right.
So I know everybody's always wondering what they can do and how they're going to get around it. You really can't. I'm sorry. If you're going to be here less than a year or 6 months, it's just not profitable for them to rent to you. So go to Airbnb, suck up the cost, and just live your best life and quit stressing over it. Because it ain't nothing you can be able to do. Nobody's going to rent you. I wouldn't rent to you, personally, honestly. I do it on Airbnb where I got some kind of safeguard and security, and that's what they're looking at. A homeowner wants to rent out the home for a year.
Yep.
That's just logic, right?
I like Airbnb. I ain't got no issue with Airbnb.
Everybody else do. We have never had a bad Airbnb experience. So, even that place in Spain, still haven't. It was a little.
Airbnb came through for us.
Okay.
But when we complained,
we were scared. Scared to sit down on the couch and walk on the floors, but they came through. But Spain's expensive for Airbnb. But anyway, and we cheap. So I guess that's it. We're in a new home.
Yes.
We love it. It's bright, it's airy, it's windy. We just like it.
We do. And even the internet, the internet was an issue, and it always can be an issue, depending on where you are in Mexico. You just have to feel it out. You have to ask questions. So we didn't know until we moved in what it was going to be, because there honestly were not a lot of people out here where we are. So we had to find an alternative, basically, to the main company that's here for our internet. But it works. And we are working it out. We are working out as we speak. We're doing a YouTube video. So we work it out. You just have to. There are workarounds. You ask questions of groups. Do research. Search in the groups to find what you need to find, because usually the answer is out there. You're probably not the first person to ask the question. Not the first person to move into this neighborhood. Just research and find out.
Right. And speaking on the internet, we are using a provider. I don't know how they provide internet. I don't really care. It's legal. And that's what counts.
Oh my God.
They use a satellite system to a certain extent. Something they put on the roof, and we pay $40 a month. And we have a mesh system in the home, and it's working. We actually had them come out because the wind was blowing and it's knocking the satellite a little bit, so the speed wasn't as good, but they came out and fixed it. Actually, the next day, we sent a message. Next day, it came out.
Yeah.
So they're a little hungry, and I love a hungry business, baby, because they give good customer service most of the time. And that's about it. We loving life. I can't even complain. We're a little far out, and Amber can't walk, but at least I know she's here. I'm just looking forward to the couch so I can move off of the bed and off of the office chair.
Next time we'll be y'all see us with a couch next time. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Pray for us.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. I'm Kat.
And Amber.
We're Wandering Soup, y'all. We'll see you on the next video. Peace and love.